how long this year has just been inching on and on and on, and the news just keeps getting worse and worse. Case in point, you've got another band of immigrants who just crossed into Mexico. Not that it's a terrible thing. I think it's a good thing for the immigrants that are getting away from the tyranny of the countries that they were living in. But it's just terrible for them also because now they're in Mexico, which is a city with its own dangers and perils, and one of them being a hurricane that's going to slam into Mexico. So luckily, it'll be further north of where the migrant caravan is now in the southwestern, I guess, part of Mexico. But yeah, there's literally not too much good positive news. I mean, no one knows where the Saudi um, guy that was killed somehow is. They haven't found his body yet. Apparently the Turks have now footage of someone who was dressed up as this guy, and I'm just like, okay, this is becoming more of a scandal episode to me. Then you've got Donald Trump, who of all things, decides that he wants to renege on a Cold War era arms deal with Russia that will basically allow us, I guess, to start rebuilding our nuclear arsenal because we are inching closer towards war with every country somehow, right? Like, why? What? Do we really need to be rebuilding our nuclear arsenal right now? Do we really need to be renegotiating or eliminating these deals that we have now? Trump says that Russia hasn't been honoring the arrangement. The Obama administration had also said that Russia has not been honoring the arrangement, despite the fact that the Russians are saying that's not true, that's a lie. But when do we ever trust the Russians, right? I mean, come on, they're just a bunch of liars over there in the old USSR or Russia, whatever you want to call it. So why don't we start believing them now? Let's go ahead and build more nukes while we're at it. Let's just cancel all of our arrangements and build more nukes. It makes perfect sense. So you have that going on. So again, not a lot of really good news that I've seen. The worst news, I would say, that affected me, I just learned recently, very recently. I've always been a huge wrestling fan growing up. So Monday night Raw came on. I don't really watch Raw right now anymore, mainly because I do not have cable. Um, don't want cable. Don't want to pay for cable. Unnecessary in this day and age. I have cable where you can catch up on most things less than a day later and not miss too many things because you can catch it on Twitter with all the screen caps and screen recordings from other people. But anyway, I just learned that Roman Reigns has been battling with leukemia. And if you don't know Roman Reigns, he's kind of in the face of the World Wrestling Federation Entertainment, whatever you remember it as, where you stopped watching it. He has been battling with leukemia since 2008. That's been, I guess, a pretty crazy journey for him. He went into remission in 2008, but now it's back, and so he has to drop the title. He's been the face of the company, sort of like how The Rock is the face of the company, or Triple H, or Stone Cold, or John Cena. I'm sure you all know those people's names. Well, Roman Reigns has been the face, love it or hate it, of WWE, and yeah, now he has to drop the title, and he's pretty much going to go and fight this thing. Um, so my prayers do go out to him. Definitely want to talk about that, bring that up because it's sad for anybody to have to go through something such as leukemia, which is basically a real like cancer. It's just an attack your body's blood cells. When you attack them. Not sure. I've not done research. It paid me to do research. I'm an engineer, not a doctor or a scientist of medicine and and things like that. So all that to say, Roman, stay strong, or Joe, I know he's, I don't remember his last name, stay strong, and best of luck to you and others who are battling with leukemia, and really any illness. I talked yesterday about how we have these genes in our bodies that dictate literally everything about us, and sometimes those genes and those hormones just don't act right, and they lead to just crazier things that happen in our bodies, and it sucks. It's even suckier when you have external circumstances that make it worse, like you have people and humans that live in areas where they are exposed to toxins like lead in their water lines and just many other things that just negatively impact our lives even further. And it just really sucks. Like when you think about it, I mean, I don't want to be a downer in this video, but my hope is that we just come up with solutions for everybody again. I go back to we live in a society where there is enough resources to go around for everybody. And for whoever does win the Mega Millions and the Powerball, I really do hope that we would donate some of that money into the study and research of many of um, the diseases and many of the things that still plague society to this day. I mean, we've eliminated many things, even though many anti-vaxxers want to bring some things back by not vaccinating your children, such as the measles in New York. But I won't get into that, or maybe I will. But there's many things that we have eliminated, and unfortunately, some of those things just just haven't been eliminated yet. And it takes research and funding and money. Money is while it might be the root of all evil, it's also the source of the only way we can seem to get things done. Unfortunately, and that is kind of sad that we don't just you know that we need money to fund research to save lives. That to me just doesn't make any sense. Like we should just give the doctors and the scientists that are studying how to cure all these incurable diseases and mental health issues, which is another thing that I'm going to talk about soon. But we should just be pouring money. It should never be an issue. Money should literally never be an issue when it comes to these things. And that brings me to my next point, because I was just reading a little article, this little newsletter that the school district in which I lived in and which my children would go to. Reading this newsletter, and it was talking about this. It's up for a vote come November 6th, so don't forget to vote. Everybody, because it's important to vote on all things. And one of the things that's going to be up for a vote later on is this Safe Schools, Strong Schools initiative. And as part of it, it's like this. I want to say it's almost $100 million plan to make our schools stronger, um, not stronger, but more secure by adding in, all the latest state-of-the-art safety equipment. And I think that's great. I'm not going to knock it. We definitely need it, especially in this day and age where you just have children losing their minds and bringing guns to school. I will knock on every piece of wood I can find in this house because and pray for my family and the friends, my friends and their families that it never actually does happen to them. But it sucks when you hear about a school shooting, and of course we know about the biggest one this year that happened in Florida, and you don't really hear about it anymore now. But in our school district, it is something that they are using to fund not just school security improvements, but also like new roofs and new school buses. And to me, I'm like, you are basically not comparing, but you're trying to get us to buy off on new school buses and new roofs by adding in school security funding. And to me, I'm just like, nah, boss, separate that out. But anyway, it made me think, why are we spending so much money on school security and things like that when the real funding should be going towards mental health issues? Because that, to me, is the bottom line. We have, again, people that are growing up with chemical imbalances, hormonal imbalances, family issues, environmental extenuating circumstances, and our only solution is to put more locks on a door or to I don't understand it. That's not going to solve anything. It's not going to solve the fact that now this kid that can't get into a school won't just wait outside of the school and do the same thing, or won't go to a shopping center and do the same thing, or an amusement park and do the same thing. You're not eliminating the cause. You're creating a slightly tougher maze for a student or for any human being in general. When you look at the Las Vegas shooter from last year who managed to get inside of a hotel room and snipe or shoot people from a hotel room at a concert. Like, people are crazy, and they will find the most craziest creative ways to destroy the lives of other people. And that, to me, whether the issue might be race or they might feel like they have been unjustly persecuted for whatever it might be, there are mental issues that are at the base of that. Like people that cannot reason enough to say, I feel like I've been slighted or I feel like the world's against me, but I'm not going to take other people's lives. I truly believe that they have mental health issues. And we need to figure out a way on how to deal with and how to cope with and how to manage people like that, how to help them to heal. It shouldn't just be we need more security, we need, even, I would even go as far as to say that many of the religious militants, many is terrorists, have mental issues. At the end of the day, there are severe extreme mental issues that make you believe in people. One, hey, it doesn't make any sense to me. We as human beings have advanced too far for murdering to be the main option for us whenever we have a dispute. We pick up a stick and we hit somebody. We pick up a gun and we shoot somebody. Like we've come too far for that. We've come way too far. And I feel like we don't realize that to a certain extent. And I feel like we try to use other things to justify. Oh, we need more security. Oh, it's the video games. Oh, it's mental health at the end. That's the end game, as Tony Stark would say. It's in here. This is the end game. If we can help people to be sound, to have a sound mind, we could solve so many of the world's issues. We could solve so many things, so many illnesses. But that's just me talking. Anyway, let me know what you think about everything that I talked about. I talked about a lot of stuff, but I really wanted to end on the woman's health thing. So I think we just don't give it enough attention. We don't give it enough attention until the next mass shooter shoots up a place. And if they're not black or Islamic or Hispanic, if they're white, then they probably had some sort of mental health issues. For everyone else, it was something. They were a gangster or they were a terrorist. But it's all mental health. To me, it's all a mental health issue. And we need to figure out better ways to deal with it and not just beef up security and give more funds to the military industrial complex. We need to focus on the mental health complex in our heads. So that's all I've got for you all today. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all tomorrow.